Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith, and these are the ESV Bible with Creeds and Confessions from Crossway. So I've got two editions of the same Bible to show you today. There's actually more editions than this. This is the ESV Bible with Creeds and Confessions. On the bottom here, I've got the goatskin edition. It's kind of like their heirloom, the more expensive edition of that Bible. And this is a limited edition from Westminster Theological Seminary. They did just the tan cloth over board for them. It's an exclusive for them. I think that's because it's one of their professors that did the introductions to all the creeds and confessions in this Bible. So I wanted to show you a couple differences of the two Bibles, but just overall give you a look at this Bible. It's become really popular in recent years to have Bibles that have creeds and confessions with them. Sometimes they call them the Credo edition. And my wife and I have recently been attending a church where we use different historical church creeds as part of our worship. And so maybe you're not familiar with that. Maybe this is something that you'd be interested in checking out and learning more about. This Bible is really done well, and they've put that together in a way where you can learn about these things as well as kind of incorporate them into the rhythms of your Bible reading. So really neat Bibles, really well done. Let's take a look. Okay, this is my first time doing two Bibles side by side like this, but I'm going to go for it. And you can see here is the goatskin. It's a two-piece box, kind of what you've come to expect, but they've got it. This edition has this really cool logo on it. Over here, for the Westminster Theological Seminary exclusive edition, it's a slip case that the Bible goes in. Really looks nice. There's a little kind of zoom in of the information on the back of the Bible. These are the exact same Bible on the inside. This one right here is 6 1/4 inches wide. Sorry, 6 1/8. I think every time I do one of these videos, I say the wrong thing first. But anyway, 6 1/8 by 9 1/8. This one is 6, so an 1/8 inch smaller, by 9 1/4, so an 1/8 inch taller. The pages are exactly the same. It's just how they've been trimmed for the different editions. They are both 1.5 inches thick. So you see this one has the raised hubs, Holy Bible with Creeds and Confessions. ESV, English Standard Version. Crossway, this one has the exact same thing. Also has raised hubs, cloth over board. So the difference is it has this logo on the cover. This edition has 2 red ribbons, or this guy has 2 black ribbons. You have black goatskin here versus a tan cloth over board. This one is edge lined. The text block is Smith sewn on both. This one is edge lined. It's got a leather liner. This one is a paste down. Look at that. That's really beautifully done as far as the design on that. So it's really just a cloth over board versus a goatskin. This is obviously super floppy, and this is a hardcover. Let's just talk for a second about the latest heirloom quality goatskin Bibles from Crossway. They moved last year to China from Royal Youngblood in the Netherlands, and a lot of people have been talking about the differences there. I'd say the things I notice are the cover has a wider grain. It's not bad. It's neither good nor bad. It's got a wider grain than the old ones, and it's got a bit more texture to it. It's a little bit, to say rough doesn't signify it's worse. It's just got a little bit rougher texture versus the smoother. So here, for example, is an ESV Omega. Kind of like this is a custom collaboration with WTS. This is an exclusive with evangelicalbible.com. And you can kind of see it has this smooth, tighter grain to it, printed by Royal Youngblood in the Netherlands. And then the other difference I notice is the paper on the new ones is pretty bright white. I also have the single column personal size. And whereas the ones from the Netherlands, it's just a little bit creamier, maybe a little bit more opaque as well, but it's not a huge difference. Still a really high quality Bible. You can get this one right now for anywhere from like $115 to $150, depending on where you get it on sale. They still do the red under gold art gilding. You have the gilt line inside. Really nice construction all the way around. Same thing over here. Really well done. It doesn't have rounded page corners. It's got the the square ones on there. But I'm going to move this out of the way and just focus on the goatskin one for a second as we open it up. Because everything from this point forward on the inside is the same. You get the same presentation pages, title page. This is the copyright page. So you have the ESV Bible Creeds and Confessions edition. What is that? It's basically the ESV large print thin line reference Bible. So they took the thin line, they did a large print edition. You see they're printed in China. So they did the thin line, which is very popular, a little bit smaller than this. It's an 8.5 by 5.5 footprint. They made it a 9 by 6, gave it a 10.5 point font. That's what these are based on. It's actually what the Omega is based on as well, is the ESV large print thin line. And then they added the Creeds and Confessions in the back. Your preface, get in here at the beginning, your features and explanations, and then you get to Genesis. So this is a, it wants to lay flat. It's pretty good on this goatskin one. This is a 2-column text. At the very, very bottom is going to be your textual notes, your footnotes, and then your cross references are on the right column at the bottom of each page. This is not like the best way to use cross references in my opinion. This Bible reads really well because it's a 10-point font. It's line matched. It's opaque paper, so it's really comfortable to read. If you use cross references all the time, it's a little bit weird to go from something over here to down here and back, and they're kind of scrunched together. So it's not like my ideal Bible for using cross references, but it looks really great, really comfortable to read. As I said, it's a 10-point font in both editions of this Bible. Get over here to the New Testament, and you see that it is a black letter text for the words of Christ. You see here in the New Testament, there's a lot of cross references. That box down there gets pretty big. But it looks nice. Jump to the end of this Bible. And a lot of people have talked about the paper. The paper to this Bible feels fine to me. It's Bible paper. It feels great. It's probably about a 28 or 30 GSM. It's got a kind of a bright whiteness to it, but I like it. You get to the back, one page back, table of weights and measures, concordance. You get a 3-column concordance. They used bold type here to kind of offset things. If you're a concordance user, this is a good one. It's pretty easy to use. And then you get into the Creeds and Confessions. One of the things I love about this Bible is that they've included, here's the contents. They've included an introduction. It's one of the professors from Westminster who's written this. It's a historical and theological introduction to kind of say, here's what these creeds mean. Here's how the church has used them across history. And that really helps. If you're not familiar, if you're not at a church that uses these all the time, it's a really great way to kind of place yourself and to figure that out. Starts with very, very famous ones like the Apostles' Creed and the Nicene Creed. You see, as well as the introduction to the entire set, each creed, each confession also gets an introduction so you can really learn more about it, how it was used, why it was written, things like that. This is a robust catalog here in the back of the Bible. So if creeds are something that are important to you, this is a great Bible just because it has a lot of them in here and does a really great job of presenting them. If it's something you're not familiar with, definitely a great way to familiarize yourself with them. Both of these Bibles, again, have the maps in the back. So it's a true reference edition with cross references, with maps, with a concordance. These are kind of a glossy paper. And then a really nice, comfortable 10-point font size. I'll just flip through this one so you can see. Very, very similar. This Bible from WTS, the list price is $50. I got it on sale for $25, and I think it's still on sale for that much. So there's about a $100 difference. If you're crazy about this Bible, it's definitely worth it. It's really lovely, really well done, but I like this one as well. So there you have it. It's the ESV Bible with creeds and confessions. If you are thinking, this is the greatest Bible I've ever seen, I've got to have this, I love creeds, I love confessions, I want to have an ESV Bible with this in there, definitely take a look. I'll put a link to the goatskin edition. It's very nice quality. Crossway also sells a couple of true tone leather editions. And then this is an exclusive from Westminster Theological Seminary. I'll put the link to that as well. I got this for $25, and right now, as I'm recording this, it's still on sale just for $25. It's a great edition of that Bible. As always, you can go to BibleReviewBlog.com to see more of these Bibles, to read a full review, see great photos, And while you're here on YouTube, if you like this video, click like, subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. And definitely leave me a comment down below. I'd love to talk to you about these Bibles and any other of the Bibles here on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.